Doesn't look like an exhibition crowd inside Rupp Arena tonight. Number 1 Purdue on the road against number 9 Kentucky. Welcome to college basketball, everybody.
Defensively, they've got to take a step forward this year. They should do that because of their frontline size they did not have.
Aberdeen won a national title with Florida last year off the bench, and he cashes in for the first time as a Cat.
This Kentucky team, Tom, they are so good at those sprint actions to those deep corners in their transition push with this ball fake bouncing into jump shots.
Well, third in the country over the last 2 years in combined three-point percentage, better than 44. Here's Owe. He'll launch a three. And good rotation.
It is an awkward release. That ball goes out towards the defender before it goes up. He's going to have to take clean looks all year long, but a really good start on the jump shot by Owe.
He made more twos in college basketball than Kaufman ran last year, but short on that one.
How about that? And he's not a great shooter, but he's such a unique offensive player, and that's that downhill force of Otega Owe. Purdue's transition defense so far grading out about a C- in the eyes of Matt Painter.
Big Ten play, Ed is saying something. Historical career at Purdue already. Nice back cut, Trevor Noah into the corner. Diabate with the left in the finish.
Well, we know he can play. I mean, a major minute guy for Alabama.
Mark Pope wants to take advantage of this exhibition. You mentioned he wants to win. They've won 80% of their games in this building historically.
Nice
and Noah with the finish. But Jimmy also wants to see how different combinations play together.
With zoom action where he big dribbles at the guards on the sideline. And that time they stack three in that corner, and Trent Noah just reads the defense, wraps off of it.
Malachi Marino out there now.
Nice
He
slip.
gets the feed. Out to Chandler. Good recovery by Lawyer initially. And now a three for Jasper Johnson.
He has all kinds of offensive talent, does Jasper Johnson.
Daniel Jacobson, the big on the floor right now, Purdue, back after a broken leg last year. Transition three, and it's good for Cam Williams. A two-lane transfer, another triple for the Cats. That's their fourth. Other 7 made buckets tonight.
In Kentucky, horse races just getting out, flooding that baseline with the game, but especially off of out-of-bounds plays.
They'll go into the regular season 10th in school history and made threes. No whistle on the Aberdeen drive and dish. Good pass underneath, and Moreno finishes.
Again, about Yelovich, he just knows how to play. That's a very crowded, tight 4 to 5 pass delivered from Yelovich. His feet and shoulders squared. There's what Yelovich does as a playmaker around that elbow. That's 6'9" to 6'11", loaded SEC this year.
Yeah, Memphis didn't want to lose Hager, but K-State broke the bank for a guy who led the American in scoring. Chandler with the rebound off the Noah miss. Here's Otega Owe! And he throws it down with 2. 7 for Owe.
He is so efficient with his dribbles. Owe does not overbounce it at all. On the other end, that's what I'm talking about with Otega Owe. One bounce covers about 16 feet and drops the hammer. Good start for Kentucky.
The Big Ten last won the national title. 5 different conferences have been represented on the trophy. That's just mind-blowing when you think about the history of the Big Ten. Chandler with the good feed inside. Here's Garrison with the slam. So let me ask you, is the value of seniors in this day and age in this
Kentucky in this ballgame, I believe this is their 9th assist. 2 guys go to the ball, somebody's uncovered, and Colin Chandler up top.
Gonna back down Chandler. Shot clock at 5. And knocked away. Great defense by Owe.
Good job by Owe to know that Trey Coughlin-Wren is a facilitator, a passer with the ball in his hands. Just ate it up.
Coughlin-Wren averaged 2 dimes a game last year. And now in the interior, and a beautiful finish by Mohamed Diabate.
Game in October. That ball moved by Kentucky. They're playing with a hot basketball. That thing's not sticking. A good shooting team is a good passing team, and that's what Kentucky's been so far in this one. I 4 or 5 months. And you get in game condition and game pressure and physicality, and the film doesn't lie. And Matt Painter's got a lot right now that concerns him early in this game.
Jasper Johnson out of overtime elite. Couple of stops after he left his hometown of Lexington before coming back as a Cat.
Who this time is at 16, 17 feet with his back to the basket. But go back to Kentucky offensively. This Johnson kid is not afraid. He's a fearless kid.
And a good finish by Coughlin-Wren. He said, you know, I guess I haven't been measured. They had me at 6'5" last year. I'm 6'5" this year, but
he's grown.
Yeah, I think so. Here's Johnson with the 3.
Fearless. Again, as a true freshman, his first time in Rupp in a big crowd. No hesitation at all, or belief or confidence in his stroke.
So he's watching tonight.
How'd he do in the tennis match?
I'm going to guess he won.
I am shocked the number of floaters that Trey Kaufman-Renn has missed in this game.
Marino on the run and a one-hand slam.
I am not shocked that a 7-footer gets out and leads the push for Kentucky. That's exactly what Mark Pope wants in his offense. Hyper-aggressive defensively to offensively conversion. Marino get out and run. You get a 7-footer running right down the pipe. What I like about it is Marino and Yelovich, they're fighting each other for that lead spot. Two bigs get out and run, and Marino finds it.
For Kentucky, he's unavailable tonight due to an illness, so that's the third guy that they're missing due to illness or injury, versus when they will eventually be at full strength. Aberdeen challenged fadeaway off the front of the rim.
He is a big physical guard, man, that can create his own look. Kentucky didn't have enough of that last year. A guy that can make guarded shots, Tom, because he's all of 6'5".
Diabate working inside, had a mismatch with Lawyer and got it to go.
Tom, I talked about in the first half, Kentucky has made several plays in this game just right through the chest of a black jersey. Thing of beauty against good defense by Kentucky that time.
Aberdeen gets his step on Cox and broke free.
He's got long arms, does he not? He can really finish at that rim. Smith pass in that game. That's how good he is. So he's got a chance to set that all-time record.
He's a scorer and distributor. He had 4 20-point, 10-assist games last year. 6th best in Purdue history. Shot clock at 5, Noah for 3. And it rolls home.
You just got to be there on the catch. I mean, Trent Noah's 6'5", he's grown there. And Braden Smith at 6 foot, just a little late and a little low.
Here's Yelovich. Preseason #1 for the first time in school history. Moreno with the 2-hand slam.
He may be your starting 5 before it's all said and done for Kentucky. He's just trying to still figure things out. But, man, that size and that speed and aggressiveness, great set of paws. Right out of ball screen, just a simple dribble handoff, and he just dives right out of it. And again, Purdue's half-court defense has been broken several times in this game. Trey Kaufman-Renn just jumps out for no reason and leaves an uncovered.
Yeah, defensively, this has not been a Picasso for Purdue tonight, but he will have their attention for sure. Playing inside Rupp Arena for the first time since the NCAA tournament in '94. There's Williams for his second triple of the game.
When the light goes on for this kid, he could be a difference maker in 3 or 4 ball games for Kentucky this year. That's what I'm talking about. Williams at 6'8". I mean, Fletcher Lawyer's all of 6'5".
Cats have turned it up. Made their last 3. Marino with the slip. Chandler with the blow-by. Wow, what a finish.
One of, if not the best athlete that Kentucky has is Colin Chandler. That will be a delay of game warning on Chandler to knock that basketball afterwards. But wow, you talk about some juice from up top from 5 in white. Turns the corner, no help defense. Hand fakes and hand help will never stop a big-time driver. Matt Painter, I'm sure, will have a lot of eyes on the first month of the season, his offensive flow.
Downhill drive, and Jasper Johnson flips it in. He's at double figure. Let me ask you this.
With 4 round 1.
And we're seeing Jacobson pick up extended time here in the second half. Helps out on Aberdeen. Aberdeen just running circles into the corner for 3. Wow. Otega to follow.
He is such a force. Really good offensive and defensive rebounder from that guard spot. Just completely comes in unchecked.
And his wife, Alyssa, welcome son, Colin, sports information director extraordinaire at Purdue.
There we go.
Here's Garrison in the paint, and a finish over Kaufman-Renn.
That may have been the best possession for Brandon Garrison in this game, because he initiated that zoom action with a lot of speed. I mean, he really held the ball, and then he just dives right out of it, and through contact, again, Kentucky making another play right through the chest, right through a black jersey. This time it's Brandon Garrison. Zoom action, hands it off, dives out of it, takes the hit.
Son. Braden Smith left it short. What is getting exposed about Purdue tonight?
Their transition defense, for one, has been exposed.
There it is again.
And there's probably, I don't know, 12, 14 points in transition defense.
On November 13th, they also get Memphis as they start playing the Baha Mar tournament down in the Bahamas.
Wow.
Good finish by Malachi Marino.
How patient and controlled and powerful was Malachi Marino.
Ripped away by Kaufman Red. 11-point game as we near 3.5 minutes to play. Noah from the logo. Banked it in! Second three of the night for Trent Noah. Hager. Noah gamble. Fletcher Lawyer for three. 3-on-2 Kentucky. Jasper Johnson, another three. Team high 13 for the freshman out of Woodford County High School.
You can say this game doesn't matter. Well, it matters to this fan base and for your head coach and your young players. Fueled with confidence all game long has been Jasper Johnson, and Rupp explodes. Again, Mark Pope and Matt Painter, they've learned more about their team the last 2 hours than they have the last 2 months. And they've seen good and they've seen bad and things that have to be worked on, but that's what's so great. Wow, look at this guy, not just a stroke, but the hit and the hang by Jasper Johnson. Yeah, I see your reaction. Mark Pope knows that he was hired to win a national championship at Kentucky. I'm not saying watch out.
What an exclamation point! Diabate came flying in from Tony's.
Just burn that pressure off, and Tony's is a long ways away, by the way. But I think Mark Pope understands the assignment, and all this does is fuel confidence for his young team playing together for the first time, saying, hey, we've got the pieces to do it. Now, we've got to keep our nose down and grind away, but
he is a confidence-building coach every practice.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. And on the other side, Matt Painter gets exactly what he wants out of this game. We come in preseason #1, rightfully so. We got knocked around. I got my guys' attention. Although Kentucky won the game, Purdue and Kentucky both won in the big picture in terms of how a coach looks at it.
Well, the last time they met here at Rupp was 1979 in a regular season game. Joe Barry Carroll had 25-7 in the matchup between Lee Rose and Joby Hall. Kentucky won that one by a single point 3 days before Christmas. A little different story in this one. The Cats pulled away in the first half, had an 8-point lead at halftime, and then held on to hold off the #1 ranked team in the country. Mark Pope showing his appreciation for Braden Smith. You can see Braden saying, I appreciate you. They very well could meet again before the season is over, and they could certainly match up during the postseason.